Once again from the Winner's Circle, everybody, Dave Little, and I'm joined by the boss here, the man we call affectionately the boss here at the Meadowlands. It's Jeff Gural, and Jeff, the Arthur J. Cutler Memorial, it's named for somebody very dear and very special to you, isn't it?
Absolutely. Artie was a close friend, and we would come to the Meadowlands all the time. We would meet in the city, and if we were lucky, we had enough money to pay the tolls at the Lincoln Tunnels back in the day before they had Easy Pass.
Well, you really couldn't afford it now then, could you?
No, you're right. It was a couple of dollars, but he loved the game and died way too young.
You know, God bless you. You know, during the course of these last couple of years interviewing you about Artie, you told me that he had a special affection for trotters. What's that about?
I don't know. When I met Artie, he actually had a couple of trotters, and we bred one. And right after he died, he had a horse. He bred one New Jersey Sire Stake final, and we were all in shock because she was about 20-1. And I said, "Holy cow! You know, we're going to really miss Artie's going to miss all this," and the horse never raced again. I think God brought her over the finish line.
Now, Artie was a restaurateur, and you were a real estate guy. How did those two worlds collide?
Easy. I rented him a space for a restaurant called Carmine's in Times Square, and I'm happy to say that it was named after Carmine Abatello, and I was able to. Carmine was here one night, and we introduced him to Artie, and that was a real thrill for Artie. But that's the connection.
So you and Artie met, and all of a sudden it was bang, right to the harness track every night. Yonkers and Roosevelt also in that mix?
Nah, it was really, by then Yonkers and Roosevelt were not, you know, the Meadowlands was the dominant track. And, you know, that's where we would go. And we had another guy with us who was a cancer, Mush, we called him.
Right.
He never won. And we would just ask him, you know, to tell us who he was betting on so we could cross off the horse. And at the end, he wouldn't tell us anymore.
It's a sad day for you when you lost Artie, wasn't it?
Oh, it was a shock. He died in his sleep. And when I got that phone call, I couldn't believe it. So big loss, great guy. And I'm glad we've been able to keep this memory alive with this race. It's over 20 years, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeff Gural, thanks so much for sharing some memories of Arthur J. Cutler. I'm sure that he'd be proud to have his name on a race with such great caliber trotters.
Agreed. Thanks a lot.
That's Jeff Gural. Thanks, everybody. The Arthur J. Cutler is now in the books for 2025.